Hello, I hope you've all been well. Sorry, it's been such a long time since I've been able to upload. This house today is based on an actual house in the neighborhood of Tremont, which is a west side neighborhood in Cleveland. And we actually stumbled upon it one day when we were leaving this restaurant, Sokolowski's, or University Inn. If you're from Cleveland, you know what it is, and if you haven't been there yet, go there and eat. It is the most delicious comfort food ever. You're welcome. So, while we were leaving this place, we stumbled across this house, and I saw it, and I said, oh my god, I have to build that house. And Jomo was like, okay, we'll build it. And I said, well, hang on, I need to take a picture, drive slow. So he actually stopped and allowed me to take pictures. I got one from the one side with the door, and then the other side, basically the sides that are going to end up with flowers. Those are the two sides I was able to take photos of. And for a while I was stuck while I was trying to figure out how to build this house, because I was trying to keep it as true to the actual building as possible. But you will know, if you've ever built anything in The Sims based on something in real life, it's virtually impossible to do it. There are just too many factors, and this one in particular was really hard to do because The Sims 4 didn't come with any terrain alterations that you can do. It's all just flattened lots. But this one had a walkway that sloped up to the door from the street, and it even had a bit of a, cement wall with it too. It was just the coolest thing ever. So I just kind of winged it since it's all on flat ground in the game. And I tried to funk it up a little bit with the walkway I'm going to put in a little bit later. And I even tossed in a modern mailbox to go with it. And as soon as I let go of the notion of doing everything as exactly as I possibly could, the whole house just kind of fell together. And I really liked the way that it turned out. So I basically envisioned that the person who would live in a house like this would be obviously very rich, but they would also be very into modern and retro and have a lot of artwork. So I stuck with the base game a lot when it came to furnishing the kitchen, just Harbinger cabinets and the Schmapple refrigerator and oven. And I dipped in a little bit into the get-together package. This lot itself is actually in Windenburg, the neighborhood that comes with the get-together game, and zhuzhed it up with some extra accents like the espresso and whatnot. And when I was figuring out what stairs to put in for the next level, I came across these floating stairs, and they were just epic. So I used the blue ones because that color is the best one in there, and I kind of went a little bit overboard when I coordinated the rest of the room with it. And I don't know, I still like it, but I tend to go a little bit overboard when I saturate my color palette. And I went ahead and put in a downstairs bathroom right off this living room area, and went pretty stark with the black and white. And I did the same thing with the bathroom that's upstairs. It's actually right above it. And I kind of like it, truth be told. I think it still fits, even though it's mosaic and a little bit older in terms of style. But I also love that this building had a concrete meets wood exterior. It's just so cool. And The Sims has this awesome wallpaper urbanity that just is the most beautiful textured cement ever. So I went with it. And the slat walls too. It just worked out really well. And this house does actually have these really tall windows. But again, since it is someone's actual home, I'm not going to post any pictures of it because I want to respect that person's privacy. And Tremont's still a pretty big neighborhood, and the architecture is eclectic. So it would still be pretty difficult, I think, to kind of figure out which house it is. So here I am just kind of filling everything in with artwork. I kind of did that with the bathroom too. And I don't know about you guys, but I think artwork in the bathroom is just weird. When we lived in Corpus Christi, our bathroom came preloaded with artwork, and I took it off the walls and put it in the hallway closet because, I don't know, that's gross. It's just weird. It's weird. I just like to have tiles, and that's it. Tiles, towels, that's it. So when I was looking at the upstairs, I realized that the layout was kind of funky, and I really wanted to put 3 bedrooms in there, but I just couldn't make it work. So I left it open in the middle and made it sort of a lounging living area, and then did a bedroom off on either side. As you'll see, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of flip back and forth between these 2 bedrooms and build them pretty similarly, even down to the wallpaper in each one. I changed up the beds a little bit, but I, stuck with the same basic elements. And this was, I actually built this right around the time that Get Together came out, so I was super excited about these closets. So I worked them into both rooms, even though I personally don't think that they probably fit that well in there, just because the ceilings are so tall and they look a little out of place. I matched the doors with the decor as best as I could so that it would kind of make more sense. In my mind, the navy colored bedroom ended up being the master bedroom, just because it's closer to the bathroom, but it also has an amazing view over the island. So I left huge windows throughout the whole area, right at the head of the bed, and especially in the corner where the desk would just overlook the sailboats and everything. And, I coordinated the colors a little bit better in that room too. I really liked the pops of orange against the blue. It was very nice complementary coloring. And so I also went and put in a rooftop party area. And I just loved the idea of someone being able to go up onto their rooftop and host a party from there. You see things in magazines or TV shows about people in New York City that have rooftop areas, and I don't know that anybody in Cleveland has that sort of thing going on, but I figure if you're building something like this, go big or go home. Am I right? I'm pretty sure I'm right. So I also went and put in these dance floors on the rooftop, and I placed them so that you could see down to the beds underneath, just because I thought, how cool would it be if you lived in a place like that where you could be falling asleep at night and literally just see the stars. I just thought that was so amazing, so I had to do it. And I will make no apologies for it. So at this point, I had realized that I had completely forgotten to furnish the lounge area that I had planned out in the upstairs. So I just went with a couple couches, a coffee table, and then I figured that the chessboard that I really wanted to put in there made the most sense outside. Mostly because I had no idea where to put it in the house. And for whatever reason, anytime I play the game, I always pick some sort of profession or aspiration that requires the logic skill. So, gotta have it. Had to go somewhere. I had room outside. And that's just what made the most sense to me. Anyway, you can find this modern marvel in the Sims 4 gallery. Look me up. My username is CuriousRen, no spaces. It fits on the mid-nowhere lot in Windenburg. It's 20 by 20. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 116,856 simoleons. So give it a download. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like. And if you mildly enjoy my ramblings, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. And I'll see you next time.